Hey guys, this is Subharadwaj with PhoneArena.com and this is the video review of the Eyeball Andy 4.7G Cobalt. The Andy 4.7G Cobalt has the right mixture of specifications and pricing to make it a success, if only people knew of its existence. It is a typical mid-range phablet that has the specifications and the pricing resembling other devices but is different in its own way. It was launched with a hefty price tag of Rs 19,995, but now it is available for around 15,500 in the market. Starting with the design and build quality, the front is full glass and the sides are made of plastic but feel quite solid. The phone has a matte back that makes it resistant to scratches and fingerprints, and the curved edges along the back give it a good grip in the hands. On the front of the device, we have the 4.7-inch HD display with not so thin bezels. Above the display we have the earpiece, and to the left of the earpiece we have the proximity and ambient light sensors, and over at the right we have the 5MP front facing camera. Below the display we have the capacitive touch keys for navigation, which are recognizable only when they are backlit. They have just these dots to identify their functionality, and we noted that the responsiveness of the touch capacitive keys wasn't that impressive. Over at the right we have the volume rocker and a single step shutter key accompanying it. Over at the bottom of the phone we have just the microphone for voice calls, while on the left side of the device we have the power lock switch. On the top of the phone we have the 3.5mm audio jack and a micro USB port. The different positions of the volume rocker and the power lock key make it a little tough to use at first. The keys are made of plastic, but they are very low and pressing them can be tough at times, and the feedback of the keys isn't great either. Moving to the back of the phone we have the 12MP camera at top center and a dual LED flash to the right of it. There is a secondary microphone below the camera for stereo recording in video. There is a speaker grill on the bottom left, and the back of the Eyeball Andy 4.7G feels very grippy thanks to the matte finish. The back cover is removable, and removing it we have the 2200 mAh battery. There are two SIM card slots, not micro SIM, and a micro SD card slot above the battery compartment. Overall, the build quality of Eyeball 4.7G Cobalt is quite good, and we like the matte back. The device feels perfect in hand, but we were not that impressed by the capacitive touch keys and the poor side keys. The Andy 4.7G Cobalt has a 4.7-inch IPS HD 1280x720 pixel display, sporting a pixel density of 312 ppi. The display was very good in terms of sharpness and in terms of viewing angles. It was impressive for the price range overall. The colors appeared a little washed out and the contrast wasn't great, but sunlight legibility was good. Overall, we liked the display on the Eyeball Cobalt, although we would have liked more contrast and richer colors. While the display was good, we found the touch responsiveness of the screen not optimal. Like most other mid-range phablets, the Eyeball Andy 2 is powered by the very popular MediaTek MT6589 quad-core processor and has 1GB of RAM, and the graphics are handled by the PowerVR SGX 544 GPU. Out of the 1GB of RAM in the device, only 971MB is available, and when the device is idle, around 560MB is available. The phone comes with 16GB of internal storage. Out of the 16GB, 1GB is available for apps and around 12.47GB is user accessible. There is also a micro SD card slot with which you can expand the storage and even install or move apps directly to the SD card. In terms of performance, there were some occasional lags in the UI with opening apps and switching between not the fastest, but it gets the job done. Gaming wasn't as smooth as we expected to be on this device. We tried out a mixture of games like Asphalt 7, Riptide GP2, Death Trigger, Temple Run 2 and Subway Surfers. The heavy graphics games played out slow and were laggy, however casual games like Temple Run 2 and Subway Surfers ran without much trouble. One of the key aspects of the Eyeball Andy is its 12MP camera at the back and the 5MP camera with autofocus, arguably one of the first, at the front. The rear camera records 1080p videos while the front camera records only 480p videos. The camera UI is exactly like the one on the Micromax Canvas 4 and many other phones in the same price range. Modes like HDR, panorama, multi-angle sweep panorama, etc. are present on the left side of the UI, while the right side has the access to the all-important shutter keys, settings and the gallery access. In terms of performance, we found that focusing on an object takes some time and it can be hard to take macro shots. But in terms of image quality, images were great with nice details and colors. Out of the many phones we tested in this price range, we found the Andy Cobalt to outperform the others. The Eyeball Andy 4.7G Cobalt runs on Android 4.2.1 Jelly Bean and has lock screen widgets and quick toggles in the notification panel. There is very little customization and the UI is mostly stock except for the icons. iBall has also included an OTA update feature that lets you update your phone just over the air without having to connect to the system. Another interesting addition is the lock screen gestures, which lets you perform various options through gestures even when locked. In addition to the basic features and all the usual Google apps, the phone also comes preloaded with apps like Facebook, WhatsApp, Opera Mini and WeChat. The quality of the headphones that come with the device is quite good. It is an in-ear model with sufficient bass and loudness. In terms of video playback, the device supports 1080p video playback and there is an FM radio on board too with recording. The ANTI 4.7G Cobalt comes with a 2200 mAh lithium-ion battery. For the normal users, this will help the device last more than a day. However, for power users, it will last for just a day. The additional power saving mode will help in extending the battery life. In the end, the iBall ANTI 4.7G Cobalt is an impressive package considering the internals and the pricing. The excellent build quality, a decent display and a great camera work well with the near stock Android experience. For a price of Rs 15,500, the ANTI 4.7G Cobalt is a great option if you can compromise on the slightly sluggish UI and other minor annoyances. To make a better judgment, here is a list of pros and cons of this device. And that's it for the video review. Do read our full review packed with more information. Links are in the description below. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more video reviews like these. Thanks for watching and let us know what you think in the comment section below.